I believe in attracting the type of reality that you want. So you speak out positive things, you think positive, and that is what the one will give.
When you are getting out of school?
So I was not that worried. I had a support system behind me. I had
And what would you tell the people who are still in campus or have just completed school?
people who are still in campus. Hey, enjoy before you come outside here. But behavior and poverty.
Mm-hmm. Hi, learners. Welcome to my psychological platform and get prepared to learn a new psychological skill. So, my name is Nelly, my real name, or you can call me life underscore after school. It's both in IG, TikTok, everywhere. It's life underscore after school. And I'm fresh from school, so whatever psychological concept I'll be putting down here, it's real. So, also, if you'd like to see more of me and my psychological skills, please subscribe, share, and comment. So, now I promised you guys that my psychological talks won't be boring, just me talking. I'll always be inviting a guest. And I decided what a great way to start my psychological platform than to bring it home. So, whatever you do, just the first thing, bring it home. So, I'll be inviting my special guest. Drum roll! Now let's welcome our guest. So, how are you, my guest?
I'm fine, thank you.
If you have been watching my vlogs on still the same YouTube, will you have seen this face before? Maybe not the hair, but you have seen this face before.
Mhm.
So let her introduce herself. Yeah,
My name is Ivy, Nelly's elder sister.
yes, she's my elder sister, as she has said, and we look up to her. Yes, so because my platform is life underscore after school, I want to know her story after school and let her share it because I believe we all have a different story. So let's hear her story.
So life after school, I finished campus, graduated in 2019, 2019 April, and then during that time, was around COVID time, so I was at home before graduating. I had really started working, volunteering at my dad's company. So after graduating, I just went on ahead and started working with him and received some good pay, some small pay. Uh, then what did I do? Studied a little bit of accounts and after that, after a year at around September, I came back to Nairobi. That was in Nakuru. I came back to Nairobi and I joined KRA where I did my internship for a year. And after the year, I joined the county government of Nairobi. Yeah.
That's an interesting story. So you have been doing three jobs, like you have already within the span of 2019 after you finished school, 2020 during COVID to now 2023, you have been able to get three jobs.
Yes. Let's say 2019 to 2023, yeah, I've done 3 jobs now.
And when you finished school, what was your emotion when you were getting out of school?
I was not really afraid or anything because the transition was a little bit smooth because I was home. Already COVID 19 had hit. So before I even graduated, I was home. So when I graduated, I just continued staying home, but working at least at my dad's place. And so I was not that worried. I had a support system behind me. I had my family. Yeah, so I didn't have the chance to be worried because I was already at home. Mm.
And do you believe like school is important, or would you just say like just finish high school and just go to working class?
Um, at any stage, I think you can work and be productive as long as you're willing to learn. You can We learn a lot in campus, yes, and most of these things we don't even apply, or you find you've learned something and then you get into a different career. So um I wouldn't say that if you finish high school and you enter into the working stage or the working world, it's bad, no. But if you're open minded and you're willing to learn, you can learn as you go. I think learning is important. You cannot stop learning. Even after campus, you don't stop learning. You still learn. So you can learn in different ways at work. You just have to be willing to learn. Yeah.
And what would you tell the people who are still in campus or have just completed school?
People who are still in campus, hey, enjoy before you come outside here. It's fun to be outside. It's really fun, honestly. Don't listen to what people are saying. People usually say, I don't know, you're going to suffer. No, you don't have to. Don't claim that. That's one thing I was taught. I was taught not to claim hardships and challenges. Okay, they're gonna come, but I'm not attracting them. And if they come, I know it's only for a while, for a brief moment. And so I encourage those people who are in campus that life is not that bad, it's fun, and come with a willingness to continue learning and to grow and enjoy life in campus with no responsibilities. I think for most of you don't have responsibilities. For those who have already had a taste of responsibility, continue doing it. Continue working hard in whatever it is that you're doing. And for those who are already outside here, don't give up. It's not, you have a long way to go. You have a long way to go. I also have a long way to go. So take it easy, take it a step a day. And yeah, trust God with your path. With time you'll see that you'll get everything that you want with time. I'm not there yet. I'm still moving. But I thank God for where I am right now, and I thank God for the path to come. And I can't wait for what is ahead.
I've loved the fact that you have said that do not proclaim hardship because when you proclaim it, you are attracting hardship. So, can you say that maybe that positive talk that you have always kept with you because I've been with you all my life, I've traveled with, and through you, I've learned to be positive as well. So, can you say that that is what has maybe propelled you to where you are right now? That you haven't seen life after school like it's so difficult, and God has enabled you to have three jobs in a span of like 3 or 4 years only, and yet people out here lack jobs.
Yeah, I believe in uh, attracting the type of reality that you want. So you speak out positive things, you think positive, and that is what the world will give back to you. So if you are negative, that's what the world will give back to you. If you walk in positivity, if you radiate positivity, you attract positivity, and yeah, things align.
Yeah, so my fellow people who have just completed school like me, yes, let's keep on being positive. It's a testimony and it's a good encouragement to all of us. So now let's go to psychological questions.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
We had not.
No, we have not yet started. Now we will always be doing this. We will always be just hearing a short story of someone's life after school and what encouraged them. And now we now go to the psychological questions. So they are so simple. How do you feel about them?
I don't know anything about psychology other than things related to me, so I don't know what psychological questions are going to ask me. A little bit strange.
So do you usually when somebody tells you like I've studied psychology, are you the type of people that usually say like so nanisoma
No,
akili?
no. Because I have you. Our dad is also trained in the same field. He doesn't read our minds. Mm-mm. But I think he can understand you better through actions, but not reading them.
So because you don't usually think that way, so when somebody tells you, like, what do you understand by the term psychology? What can you say?
Psychology, study of your brain, or I don't
Mhm.
know. I think psychology is the study of not really. I think how 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 you think, how you carry out your day-to-day activities, how you act, according to what is around you. I don't know what is psychology.
So actually, you've gotten it. So stop doubting yourself. What I love about psychology, it's just normal thing. Like it's something that you can think about because people usually say unanisoma akili, so it deals with the mind. So psychology is the study of the mind, its processes, and also human behavior. So we have two types of behavior. We have overt behaviors and covert behaviors. Can you try to know the difference between the two? Try.
Overt and covert.
Mm.
Overt behavior and covert behavior. Uh, overt behavior and covert.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I think covert behavior is
Just say what's in your mind. No judgments. We are trying to learn psychology in a fun way.
covert.
Overt. Over.
I don't know. Covert seems like something that behavior. I don't towards yourself and then covert towards others. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Good trial. So overt, like the way it is over. So it's like what you can see over. You see anything that is over, you can see it's behaviors that you can see, like fidgeting, like closing my eyes, like waving. That's a behavior that you can see. But covert is covered. So it's like whatever is in your thoughts, like whatever I can't see. Like you can be thinking something that's just and that covert usually leads to overt behaviors. So psychology mostly we study overt behavior. So it's the study of human mind and it's the study of human mind and human behavior. So especially overt behaviors because that's how people usually say that nakusoma akili because they can look at you and maybe when you are lying, every time when you're lying, you can't look straight into their eyes. So they know najua unanidanganya. But it's not that they have studied you, they have read your mind, they have read your covert behaviors, which obviously it's just inside your brain. Yeah. You have understood that?
Covert behavior
Mm-hmm.
behavior in the mind.
Yes. Behavior, yeah. They might covered behavior. Let me
Covered.
read. Hidden actions and processes that occur inside the mind and cannot be directly observed by others. So it's covered, like your thoughts. You can't. But usually the internal thoughts is the one that leads to actions.
Overt behavior.
Yes, overt is what we can see. So, yes. So the second question, that was the first question. You have done well. Clap for yourself.
I've done well.
Yeah, you've done well. So, which field of psychology do you think, which field do you think psychology emerged? Like, there are like business field, there is a lot of fields. So, which field do you think that, yes, psychology came from medicine field, from the field of medicine. So psychology came from the field of medicine. That's why people usually, when you study psychology, they say meaning doctor because it's in the field of medicine. Yeah. So the third question, the goals of psychology. What do you think is the goals of psychology? You had mentioned earlier when you were saying about our father, like our dad.
I mentioned a goal of
Yeah, you
psychology.
mentioned a goal, like a goal of psychology. Like maybe there are goals of business, maybe to know how to account. I'm not sure. Maybe to know, you see. Now for psychology, why do you think people usually study psychology? What is the goal of studying psychology?
I think to be able to understand yourself better
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to understand how you react to things
Mm-hmm.
and to people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think that's our goal. Like to be able to understand yourself and to understand why you react like in a certain way, and to understand other people why they react in a certain way, and why
Good.
they think a certain way.
Good.
Mhm.
You have also done it well.
Mm.
So there are four goals of psychology. That is one. So the first one is to describe behavior. You see, when I've studied psychology and I can be able to look at you, I can describe that you are fidgeting. And then now I because I have psychological concept, I can understand you're maybe nervous. And then after that, so it's one, it's describing behavior. Secondly, we understand. Thirdly, to predict behavior. So now every time I see you are fidgeting, I know you are nervous. I understand you are nervous. Maybe I can know you will lie to me because maybe that thing isn't comfortable for you to tell me. So now I've predicted your behavior. And they can be the last one is to control. So we understand, no, we describe, then we can be able to understand behavior, and then you can be able to predict behavior, and you can be able to control. So maybe the next time I see you fidgeting, I can ask, why are you fidgeting? Are you nervous? So that I can be able to control you, not to be able to lie to me. Is it well understood?
Yeah.
Yes, so those are the girls of psychology. So how are you loving the questions so far? Are they hard?
I'm nervous.
You're still nervous. And there you are doing well. Anyway, we are just
No, according
remaining with
to the goals,
the goals you said,
because
understand. It's good.
I'm holding this
Mhm.
a lot. Maybe it's because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Mhm. If I describe why I'm
You are
playing with
doing
this,
uh-huh. Because you are nervous, maybe because you are afraid. You won't embarrass yourself. You're a smart kid. So the fourth one, nature and nurture perspective. So what do you understand by nature? What do you understand by nurture?
I'll put it in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Nurturing someone
Mm-hmm.
and nature is maybe the environment. Yeah, so masking nature and nurturing is maybe taking care of someone or taking care of something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me put it in a sentence. Like maybe I can say, I am brown by nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say, I love eating fruits by nature. Now,
Mm.
can you try to explain it in
I
that
love
form?
eating fruits by
By nature,
nature.
yeah.
By nature. I don't know. If you explain that,
So
the first one
nature,
I can explain.
explain.
You're born by nature. It's something you can, which happened to you. Like that's you. It is describing you.
Mhm.
That one for fruits.
Yes, nature, according to psychology, it is genetic. Like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't bleached myself, I haven't done anything. So our skin color, as you can see, is brown. Maybe because it's genetic from our grandmother and so forth. But nurture is like your environment has enabled you to eat. Like I don't think I was born loving fruits, but because around my environment in school, sometimes you'll eat fruits at home. I have been taught to eat fruits. I love eating fruits. Like I tend to eat fruits like almost every day. Actually, I think it's every day I eat a
Mm-hmm.
fruit. So you see, that one is nurture. So we usually say that we can give an example like you can find that you like maybe we have a certain thing like positive mentality we have gotten it also from our mom. Sindio? See that one is nurture. We can also say that some moral values have gotten it from school by nurture.
So she nurtured them in us.
Yes, she nurtured them in us. But you can find that maybe our accent is by nature. Maybe it's in our family. Maybe we talk the same way. Like you can find
Mm.
also like we do certain things the same way. Me, you, mom, dad.
Mm.
Maybe it's just genetic. Yeah. Maybe
So,
the fact
mhm.
even that we are even our body structure is almost the same. It's genetic. Yeah. Have you understood?
Nature is something you're born with,
Mm-hmm.
probably it's genetic.
Mm-hmm.
Nurture, you cultivate it and you grow it. And
Yes. And also it's influenced by external environment, like
then,
it's influenced by the education, your friends. You can find like there's a certain boy, maybe or a girl, she's very rude, but the parents are very polite.
mm.
Mostly you can find that she or he has rude friends. Maybe at school she has rude teachers. Maybe she knows you can even sometimes even a child will come at your place maybe and start copying whatever you're doing, copying your accent, copying the words that you keep on saying. That's why most parents refuse to curse it's called what to curse in front of their kids, because when you curse, the child will take it by nature. So that's not nature. That's why you see we are all different, because some is genetic, but some is where you are born. So, which one do you think plays a major role in our lives between nature and nature?
I think nature, because that's something you cannot control. So you just come and define yourself like that.
But according to psychology, the interaction influences everyday's human mind and behavior. So the both of them play a great role. There's none that is higher than the other. There was a twin study that was done between twins. They were born together, like at the same time, but they were separated at birth. The way you can adapt a kid. So one was adopted by a different family, another one by a different family. And they grew up in different places. But when they came together, you will find that they have all of the both of them. One would flush before entering the toilet and after entering the toilet. Both of them used to do that, and they don't know where they got it from. But you will find that they have different ways, maybe of talking and what, because of where they were born. Like you see, so both nature and nurture plays a role. The same way, there's none that is greater than the other. So yeah, that's all for today's
So I got half.
psychological. Yes, you got it. That's all for today's psychological talk. Yes, so it's an introduction of psychology. So you have now known what is psychology. The psychology is the study of the mind and human behavior. You can be able to now differentiate between overt and covert behaviors. And then we know that psychology came from medicine field, from the field of medicine, yes. And we know that the goals of psychology is to
Describe a behavior,
yes,
understand, predict. I might describe, predict, understand,
describe, understand,
predict, then control.
Yes. And now we know the difference between nature and nurture. Nature is
Nature is you're born with, it's genetic. Nature, you cultivate and you learn from the
environment. And now we can be able to know that both of them plays a great role in psychology. So, have you enjoyed?
Yes, I have enjoyed to be the first person to be questioned. I hope I've represented the non-psychological people well. I don't know anything about psychology, but at least I tried.
Yeah, so she was asking me earlier, like, why hadn't I told her the questions before? And then I was like, it won't be fun because I want to know how well do you know your psychology? Because people are usually, according to psychology, sometimes you're like, which psychology
No,
says that?
personalities is according to psychology.
We shall get to personalities and those fun things as
Yes.
we keep on moving. I love you all. Say bye.
Bye.
Say again.
Subscribe to Life underscore After School on Instagram, on YouTube. Yes, she doesn't have any other. Oh, TikTok. Yes.
And Threads, so I don't post. But just subscribe one day. One day I will post. We love you. Bye. Subscribe, as she said. Like, share, comment. Please comment. Comment, correct us, congratulate us, and keep on sharing my content. And I love you so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.